everyone, and welcome back. This time for real to the podcast of stuff, episode 124.
Mike, hold the mic, folks.
We had a dry opening.
Yeah.
Very
really
dry.
Real dry.
Oh boy. So yeah, welcome back from the holiday, everybody.
We back.
Hopefully you all had a good Thanksgiving. Mine was simple but nice. You actually went to Brett's, I'm assuming? Ralph?
Yeah, I was at Brett's. Yeah.
I saw pictures of like nice houses and nice things, so I just assumed. And we never talked about that wedding.
No, we never did.
Long ass time ago. I had that in my list of topics. Like I had that and Evo in my list of topics for so long. I finally, as I was looking up today, I'm just like, these need to die. It has been
Backspace.
Yeah, it has been too long. So any fun things that happened over the holiday weekend for you guys?
We discussed this last week.
Yes.
No.
Over the weekend, though. I don't know if you did anything else. Anything interesting?
No.
Okay. I mean, Ralph obviously
we
traveled.
continued to be black, which meant we continued to get nothing.
Hey,
God bless America.
Whoa. What was that post you made? And if you can't cook, don't host Thanksgiving. There's no story.
Oh no,
behind
that was just a generalized.
Okay.
thing.
I thought you went somewhere for Thanksgiving.
There is
and they didn't cook.
actually it's not really a story for me, but it's something that somebody I know, it happened to them. They described the person's house they went to, their Thanksgiving food, as cute. As in, it's not good, it's not bad. It's just kind of, that's adorable.
What a
That's
safe,
an adorable attempt.
What a safe insult.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, ugh, if you can't cook, don't host.
I don't know,
It's not
like,
hard.
I don't know how I'd react to someone saying that about my food.
Oh, she didn't say it to him.
Oh yeah.
That'd be terrible.
That's a terrible idea.
Even still, I like finding out about that. Just like, I'd probably just wonder first, like, but if you didn't give that description, my first thought would be like, well, what does that mean? What does it mean?
What does it even mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah, for me,
Rainbow.
lots of family, lots of playing with my niece basically over the weekend. I also saw Wreck-It Ralph 2, which I immensely
I've heard
enjoyed.
good things.
I had an opportunity to, but I can't watch it until I watch the first.
I was gonna say, you haven't
yet
watched
to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's as Disney likes to do with a lot of their animated movies, they have like a deeper like theme or like just a topic to talk about, and it's toxic relationships.
Really?
That is addressed in Wreck-It Ralph 2. Yes. Not like romantic, but just really a relationship in general.
Gotcha.
A friendship. So yeah, it's everything the Emoji Movie wanted to be. That's really the best thing I can describe it as.
Oh, that's not.
boy, what a.
Have you seen the Emoji Movie?
No.
Oh, what a bum.
Then you don't know if that's what it was
You
trying
have
to
no
be.
right.
You have no frame of reference, like your boys.
Like your boys.
Like your boys.
That movie hurts.
What a failure.
From what I understand of the Emoji Movie, it was trying to be like, here's the internet, and here's all the fantastic things, and here's all the references of the internet. But they didn't have the license to anything. And Wreck-It Ralph got the license to everything.
Yeah.
No, they had
Yeah.
they had Facebook, Instagram, and they kinda had Twitter. But
Sorry.
I think
you
they
named
had
two-
YouTube as well.
You named 2.5.
I think they had YouTube as well.
yeah, they had YouTube. They had a bunch of stuff.
Candy Crush.
Dropbox, Candy Crush. Yeah, they had a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
It just wasn't everything. You're not collecting the princesses.
Yeah. Which, yeah, that's those scenes where everything the princesses were in were amazing. I mean, obviously, Wreck-It Ralph had strong characters. That trend continues. And, yeah, it goes through, like, like toxic relationships, trying to like be a YouTube star and like doing all the popular things for views, reading terrible like it goes through like all these different things that at least we've experienced just by following content creators, trying to be content creators.
Yes, thanks for the emphasis.
Hey,
Yes.
I have a moderately successful.
One of
channel
us
that I
moderately
upload.
succeeding at being a content creator. But yeah, just a lot of that stuff. And I meant
The
to.
only other thing I could think of is personally for me worth note is that last Sunday before the vacation started, I watched a movie with some friends that now we are watching at the Hangout.
That movie is.
Oh, I'm not telling a fucking soul what the name of the movie is. We are
Oh.
just gonna watch it. Oh yeah. This is gonna be a movie where people are just not gonna be okay. By the time I was done watching this movie, I had laughed to the point of crying at least 3 times.
Okay.
And it's not because of the actual movie's quality. It was because of other reasons. So I'm looking forward for everybody to watch this movie because it was a treat. Amber could not literally deal. I think she put her head in her hands at least a dozen times.
See
It was
now,
impressive.
you're hyping this movie up, but as we all know, BG ain't about any of your hype.
Oh no. Oh no. Nope. Not even hype. The movie is trash. The movie is awful. It's not because of the movie.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to the Hangout now. That's the only thing that came before Thanksgiving worth of note.
It's the only thing he's looking forward to the Hangout. Not us. Who gives a shit about us?
Oh
but
no.
seeing
I mean,
us suffering through this movie. That.
yes, it's in essence, yes.
Also, you had more fun with Greyhound, I saw.
Fuck that company!
That's cool.
No, it's not.
It's
Fuck
fine.
that company.
That's fine.
No, it's not.
Yep.
They can eat a fucking dick. I hate that company.
I remember seeing a message in Facebook. There are 3 buses here, all going to Syracuse. None of them are on time.
My bus schedule was to leave at 4. There was people on the line for the 3:30 bus, the 4 o'clock bus, and the 5 o'clock bus. All of the lines were mixed into one. It took up half of our side of the station, which was large. And bus 1 didn't show up until 5 o'clock. Loading didn't commence until 5:15. And we didn't leave until like close to 5:45. I was scheduled to leave at fucking 4!
Was it
I mean-
snow? Like, what was holding the stuff up?
Nothing. It was perfect weather in New York City.
2-hour delay.
weather.
That's just, things happen. Engines fail. Things happen. It's unfortunate, but
Yeah, it's
No.
whatever.
Not
2-hour
when it's
delay.
Every fucking ride. Every
Bro, we had
ride.
a 30-hour delay 3 years ago. In case you forgot.
Oh, I know. That was my trip to New York, which is what pissed me the fuck off. We left a half hour late, and then my bus was an extra 2 hours late to arrive because our driver kept pulling over to text. And we know that's what it was because the lights were off, and he would pull to the side, and we'd see blip, that nice little blue light coming from his cell phone.
I mean, you
Has
guys.
my mom gotten out of surgery yet? No, not yet. Okay, thank you for keeping me posted. And bro just like, come on.
I have to get home.
Yes.
My butt itches. Oh, my poor ma.
I give no one the benefit of the doubt. Fuck you, do your job.
I am very benefit of a doubty.
Oh, not even close. Not even close.
That I've never heard that adjective before. Benefit of the doubty.
Oh yeah. I make up so many words.
Let's see. Is anything? There's really nothing. I wanted to go see Fantastic Beasts, but I didn't end up going to see it.
I
Don't go
liked
see
it.
it.
It'll be
Don't go
it-
see it.
I'm
Don't
going
go
to
see
see it
You
with
guys
her.
didn't like it?
I've heard mediocre things.
It
I
is.
haven't watched
It's not
either
great.
of them.
It's
Mediocre
it's
is
not
a
great.
strong
it's
word.
good. It's okay.
No, it's not even that much.
You saw it then.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's a
Okay.
new movie, and I'm me.
What didn't you like about it?
Oh, wow! Oh, jeez.
What?
I was about to make fun of you. So the unbreakable, the blood vow that we've never
Yeah.
heard anything about ever in the history of Harry Potter. The trying to the retconning of stuff, the Nagini stuff. Like, well, who gives a about Nagini?
I heard that there was a large third act. Here's the twist. Oh, but it's another twist. It's actually another twist. But actually,
Did you see this movie?
no. I just saw a review because I'm like, I'm not touching this movie. Screw this.
I wouldn't touch the movie.
But I saw the cards being shuffled.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of nonsense, but I wouldn't say it's not.
And I was
worth
just like,
seeing.
that sounds terrible.
it is not worth seeing in a theater.
I mean, yeah.
I'm going to
I'll
see
give you
it
that.
with my lady friend. So
That's
y'all
I
gonna
mean-
be in the bathroom a lot.
that's a
She's
good enough
gonna get
reason for a
bored.
date. Yeah, do that.
And she's gonna go, Mike, we need to have sex because I gotta wake up. Because that
And
movie.
he didn't go like, that ain't gonna help. Who you bringing?
oh, oh boy! Wow.
Ooh, damn.
Episode 2 not show number 5.
Jesus, we're at 5. We're doing too much.
Ooh, ooh, that was good. Applause, applause. Yes, and.
Oh yeah, DA and I are masters of yes and.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ, GB, get away from me.
So, and unless anybody else has any other stories, I just got new shit.
Yeah, I got no stories.
Oh, no movies? No movies that you've seen?
Oh, I've seen so many movies.
Nothing notable.
None
Oh, I
worth
guess I
talking
can talk about
about.
from my,
Oh,
my break.
there is one worth talking about.
Hmm.
I just don't need to talk about it right now.
Oh,
It is called wow, can't even remember the name of it.
yep. So
It stars
important.
Gerard Butler, and
Oh.
it's got a submarine. It's like
Oh.
Operation Wolf or something. I don't know. It's
Whoa.
dude.
That
It's
sounds terrible.
So he's been like, what? He's just been doing every movie that they give to him. It seems.
he wants a Transformers, I would assume, like a movie that nobody expects to do nothing but knocks it out the park,
Mm-hmm.
and he
That
ain't
makes
getting
a
it.
franchise.
He ain't
Yeah.
getting it. This ain't it.
Well, 300 could have been that if he didn't die. Oh,
You mean if history
Hunter
wasn't
Killer.
like history? Sure.
Hey, Den of Thieves was okay. I will never hear an ill word about Den of Thieves. It was literally fine. And it is still the only movie I have ever been to where all the seats were sold out.
Hmm.
Yeah, Hunter Killer was terrible.
So I was just
oh,
looking
is
at
that
other.
that? No, that was Liam Neeson where it's taken on a train.
Oh, the Commuter?
Yeah.
It was fine.
Oh
Ugh.
god.
His new movie is gonna be fine too.
I freaking saw trailers and I'm like, another one.
Another.
The Commuter. Oh. Yeah, no,
Oh,
the Commuter's fine. He also has a new one coming out that's in like the Antarctic, and his son is killed by a bunch of mobsters, so he goes around killing the mobsters. That looks fine.
The mobsters end up
Ugh.
being wolves.
That's the twist.
The Gray 2.
It's what's gonna turn it from a C to an A plus.
Yep.
But
Ugh.
actually, one of the things I can talk about from my break that I did was I actually spent a little bit of time in New York City, and I actually went to this museum. It was just randomly brought up. None of us had heard of it before. It was called the Museum of Illusions. And I feel like if we could get all of us to come to New York, you guys would all love it. It's interesting. It's mind-fucky, to be honest. It's literally a museum of, like, history's greatest tricks of the eye, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So
They don't work on me.
You said eye, not eyes. It's cool.
that
That was pretty.
leaning in.
you leaned in and whispered that for dramatic effect, and that was fucking perfect.
I'll see those on Facebook, like stare at this for 15 seconds and then don't move, and I'll just be staring like, nah, nothing.
It ain't moving.
I'll check out the comments like, yo, it was crazy. And I'm like, oh.
All right,
I experienced none of that.
So DA would be fine, but there was the first room I walked into was this normal room, but it had all these lines and designs drawn into the walls and the ceiling, and with a few mirrors here and there. And it literally had me thinking, or at least tricking my brain into thinking, that the room was tilted. So without meaning to, my body leaned to the side almost like a Michael Jackson pose, like that lean he does. That. It did it instinctively to not fall. It was crazy shit. There's a video. It won't let me send it for some fucking reason because God knows why. But there was a static event, a static like statue just sitting there in a glass case with a strobe light hitting it at like alternating frequencies and time intervals, and it made it look like it was spinning rapidly and that the object was changing shape with every different frequency. It was fucking crazy because it says it in the description that this thing is not moving. No part of this thing is changing shape or moving. It's all light, just bouncing off of different curves and different fucking edges and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy shit. I saw some really interesting stuff. If you're going to New York City and you've got time to kill, without a doubt, check out the Museum of Illusions and be ready. There's a line. I didn't expect there to be a line to get into a museum, but it wrapped around a city block.
Interesting.
It was a lot of fun. Worth the $20.
Okay. So, as we were talking about movies, I remembered that I still hadn't seen Venom. And surprisingly, it's still in theaters. But I also saw that it's already coming out on Blu-ray on the 11th.
Oh,
Same thing happened with like Black Panther, I think.
It's a quick turnaround time. I mean, holidays, it kind of makes sense, but still. It's a quick turnaround time.
that's a little quick.
So I'll probably just end up getting the Blu-ray.
You're gonna plop down
torrent
your medium amount of effort earned money for Venom the Blu-ray.
Sure.
You're gonna own that.
Yeah.
It's going to be with all your other Blu-rays.
I
And
own
it's just
Amazing
gonna be-
Spider-Man 1 and 2, so
Ooh.
Mike, what are you doing? We
Those
can't
were-
be friends anymore.
those were Christmas gifts.
Okay, that's understandable. They were just like, Mikey likes Spider-Man.
Oh my goodness.
Which I just
He don't
rewatched.
want nothing. He don't need nothing. He don't like nothing. Give him a Blu-ray.
I just
I-
rewatched
I-
those recently.
I appreciate this.
Accept it.
I rewatched
Please
those recently.
sign this form of exchange of gifts, and I'll be on my way.
All right, let.
Notary in here.
Yeah, I was about to say annotation, please.
Where is your witness?
Let me just make a copy of this. Okay, stamp, stamp. All right, we are set. The transaction has been completed. Enunciate every word on the way out the door. After I played the Spider-Man game, I rewatched those movies, and yeah, they are as bad as I remember.
They're worse.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
was so
giving
mad.
blood. Oh, you go ahead.
I was so mad too. Just the suit looks so good in number 2, but just
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I was about to say in that first one it didn't.
No,
The
the
movie
second
or-
one might
I
be
hate
the
it.
best live action Spidey suit so far.
just
It's
yeah,
really
the
good.
movie around it was doo doo. Continue.
But when I give platelets because I got that good blood that they need, and it takes around 2 hours. So they have a little stand in front of you. You watch a movie and whatnot. And I was like, hey, they have a big old selection of DVDs. I was like, hey, pop in Spider-Man 2. Man, that movie is good.
Man, that movie is good.
Man, I was just sitting there because you gotta sit still with your arms out when you're giving platelets. Oh, when that Aunt May scene came up, I was like, help, I don't want to see this. Yeah, that was bad. But yeah, that movie is real good.
It's not much, but you take this.
Oh,
It hurts your soul.
it does.
Your very soul.
But yeah, that movie is real good.
I need to rewatch that. I need to rewatch the rewatch the original trilogy.
I rewatched it recently. They are good movies. 2, 1, 3, and there you go.
All right.
3 is not terrible. Shut up, everyone.
Shut up, everybody. Literally every person in the world, shut up.
But
No,
so of all, there's actually quite a bit, at least a lot of small things. But
Versus this time, donating went well. There was no problems. Shut up.
this time.
DA
So
was,
that
DA
means there
was the
a
cause
time
of
where
the
it wasn't,
1,000
and that
year
should not be.
he's gonna have the only pristine blood. There's gonna be some great catastrophe, and the only blood that remains is DA's.
Strap him up.
Royal blood of royalty, as they say, for he was a king.
Wow.
Boo!
Wow.
So, did you guys see that Bethesda's getting sued?
Yep.
Oh, for the lack of refunds. For
Yeah.
The travesty.
So, for those who don't know,
Game which shall not be named.
Name redacted.
Might
Uh,
as well be, to be honest.
so the game that they just released, that is part of a popular franchise, for the PC users, they built their own platform. It wasn't sold on Steam. And in the user agreement, which of course nobody ever reads, terms of service,
Who would?
it said that
Don't want it, don't need it.
you
I
can
skim
refund it.
sometimes.
The
There was a few years ago. There was a terms of service that was like, if you read this and email this address, you will get $1,000. And one person did. So I skimmed them.
Control F for like 10 100
Dollar
100.
Sign.
They said the game can only be refunded unless you have not played it. So really, like, oh, if you even tried this game at all to like see if you really want it or not, or if it's a buggy mess, which is what the game is right now.
What
It's
game is
even
this?
more than just a Bucky mess.
It's
It's all
Fallout
Yeah.
47.
76.
Oh.
76, my
Yeah.
bad. Why did I say
Yeah, I've
47?
heard real bad things about that.
Yeah. Then you can't refund it. So people like contacted this particular attorney who is like they specialize in class action lawsuits and unfair consumer practices. And they've apparently gotten hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls at this point. Right now, it's basically like they've contacted some online news people have contacted them, and they've kind of given statements about. They're like, yeah, we're pretty sure that they are violating some code or whatever, and they're just basically gathering a legal strategy right now. So it seems like they are going forward with the lawsuit. But yeah, people are not happy.
As well, they
This was-
shouldn't be.
Bethesda fucked up bad here.
Yeah.
Big bad.
It just seems like they wanted this out the door for the holiday, it was not ready at all.
There's
And
nothing in the game, from what I've heard from people who've played it, is that not only is the game buggy, like worse than normal Bethesda buggy, but there's no quests. There's nothing to do. It's nearly considerably an empty game.
yeah, there's nothing driving the player forward. There's no
Nope.
story, no mission, no nothing. It's
End game.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, it's basically echoing everything I've heard. So yeah, I am very curious to see where that goes. What did I just got an email. Oh no, I got an email recently that I could receive money for a class action lawsuit for airlines. I think I may have mentioned on the podcast before.
Yeah. No, you mentioned it on the group chat.
Yes. Yeah, so, I might get like 5 cents.
Yo.
Yeah, we shall see. There's someone suing like just about every major airline for basically same thing, consumer practices, changing the price of flights based on just some weird criteria. And just because I've flown in Southwest within the last like 10 years, it's like, hey, you qualify. It's like, oh, cool. The other thing, Battlefield 5, also not highly rated at all, is already discounted. In some places half off.
Yeah.
Target right now, it's on sale for $30, and about every other retailer it's on sale for $40.
It's also an empty game. It's mechanically fine, though, from what I've seen and what I keep hearing. It's just another game where
That's
there's
what you
not-
want
there's no
out of your
content.
$60 purchase. Mechanically fine.
Mechanically fine, but no content, and that's the upsetting part.
Yeah, like it had.
Apparently, that's from what EA has said. That's why all the DLC is free, because they're going to be putting all the content out via DLC.
Then why not like to me, if that's gonna be the case, if they're gonna shove in the story later, just say like you're releasing this. Like almost
You mean
make it
put
episodic.
out for early release.
Episodic do an
like
episodic
PUBG.
content format. Like instead of
Yeah.
episodes, it's like here's the multiplayer and you pay a specific price for that.
So
and then
what Red Dead is doing.
if you want, well, Red Dead already is the online, I
Well,
believe.
that's what I'm
is free.
saying. Red Dead put the campaign out, and then the online service came later. Do the reverse. Put up your online content first, and then add the story later.
Yeah,
Just
but
be
like
transparent.
even to me though, like there are some people that just give no fucks about the story in a Battlefield or a Call of Duty. So
Oh, yeah.
just release the multiplayer as a separate chunk, like 25. I don't know like what would be fair pricing, but it's like for example $25, and then hey, you want story? Here's little episodes. There you go.
Yeah. It's just, I was having this discussion with Drew earlier. Is the problem is that these industries don't know what they're doing anymore. It feels like they are still working under the business practices from like 5 to 7 years ago, where those are no longer how things work.
Well,
They're
it's,
not updating to meet the new age of how things are working.
Well,
Stream, all this stuff.
I
It's
think
not
I kind of
adequate.
think that it's like they're overcorrecting to new things. Where since there's this online, almost always online presence for games now, it's like, oh, we'll just finish it later. And that's been a problem with a lot of games recently.
finish it later, but they're not putting anything out at all. Is the problem?
Yeah.
Is they're rushing to put a framework out to meet a release date for a certain holiday, when people are spending money on these games on more than just that holiday. They're trying to meet windows that are no longer important when it comes to sales.
You'll still get a nice holiday boost. though.
Yeah, like
Nice holiday boost, sure.
Nintendo just
But-
announced that 60% of all of their sales in the Americas happen between the months of October and December
Eh,
for the whole year.
huh.
So I disagree with that, saying the holidays don't matter. They do,
Interesting.
but in general, still trying to rush something out to meet that holiday window, I think is more of a detriment than just releasing it later. Like, think of how many times Breath of the Wild was pushed. It was supposed to come out like for 2 years in a row that holiday, and then they just pushed it out until the Switch came out.
Yep.
Just don't release bug games, people. I feel like
That's
that's
not possible.
I wish.
That's like going, don't release bad movies.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's that easy.
What's-
Just
but
don't.
bad movies make a lot of money sometimes, so
Look at Venom.
we're gonna keep doing that.
Ooh.
200 shy of a billion. 200 mil shy of a billion.
How?
Eminem, the hype of Eminem.
Dude,
Tom
people
Hardy in a lobster tank.
legitimately
That's the
love
meme
it.
I've been seeing.
people legit love Venom.
800
So many people go, it's not a good movie, but it's a lot of fun. And you know what? I can respect that opinion. You recognize that something you like is not actually good.
Mhm.
Fine.
800
Anybody that's going Venom is good is just lying to themselves.
Yeah, that's when it becomes a big problem.
Yeah, 823 million is what it made,
It's killing it.
and still making because it's still in theaters
Yeah,
here at
still in
least.
theaters. China's still going strong. Venom. You name me the guy that was in the riot thing symbiote. You name me that guy.
Ooh,
I have the name in front of me.
Exactly.
I have the name in front of me.
Okay, what was it?
No guesses.
No, I couldn't even begin to.
Da.
nothing.
Carlton Drake.
Oh,
Huh?
that doesn't sound right.
I have a cast. Riz Ahmed as Carlton Drake /
sir.
Riot.
You, sir, are lying.
A genius inventor and leader of the Life Foundation experimenting on the symbiotes.
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
You could be lying to me right now, and I wouldn't even know,
Mm-hmm.
dude.
He's apparently an actual character in Spider-Man.
Good on him. That movie's a travesty.
All right, let's see. What else do we got in movies? Lion King, air
Ugh.
quotes, live action trailer.
Oh, boo. Boo. It looks. I'm just getting old and curmudgeonly, but that looks so uninteresting.
But it's the Lion King.
Yeah, but why?
because the Lion King.
Like Mufasa's going to be Mufasa because it's Mufasa.
Yeah.
But
But if you're gonna get one person, why not get as many as you could possibly get?
they wanted all the lions to be African, which I disagree, because to me, Jeremy Irons is Scar.
It's gonna be so weird.
Hearing "Be Prepared" not
Oh, no.
is him.
Oh no, Mike.
What?
Be prepared may not be in the movie.
Really?
Done.
Not
Really.
from
Good,
what I'm
good
hearing.
night. Good night.
Yeah.
What are we doing? No. What's the point?
So you can stop all that.
Try
noise.
again. Recast and try again.
Did you guys see Jungle Book?
Nope.
Nope.
All right, I hadn't seen it either. 'Cause I was talking about Lion King with a friend, and they sent me a video from one of the songs in the Jungle Book, the live-action one, of I forget the character, the orangutan, the giant, the big monkey who sings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the
It's
song's name,
not.
but I'm guessing it's his song.
Look for the bare
That's
necessities.
not that one.
No,
Never
that's,
mind,
That's,
never
that's
mind.
Baloo's song. But
Baloo
it's-
just waddles in and then waddles out.
it's really, really bad. Like they
Yeah, I
don't know
can't-
what they're doing. with
Disney's
their
hit and miss
live-action
with their live
movies.
action stuff. Like, I liked Beauty and the Beast. Cinderella was meh.
I wasn't that big on it at all.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I
watched
enjoyed it.
recently.
Cinderella was meh. Really, the only reason I saw it was like, hey, it's Rob Stark. That's really the only reason I saw it. Just because there was like a, like really to me like misogynistic, like part of it where it's like the prince and Cinderella are hanging out. He's like, here's the swing on it. She's like, no, I don't want to. He goes, swing on it. And she goes, okay. Like, whoa, like, hold on there. Stand
You
up for yourself,
swing.
girl.
No, you swing. We don't play them games. You swing.
But yeah, I heard Maleficent was not great just because they try and humanize her, and it's like, no, just
Yeah.
let an evil character just be evil.
Or no, she can be sympathetic.
Mm, and then I haven't seen Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Is there
Just
another?
from how it looked with the musical numbers.
Is there another
was
live action one
not
that I'm
good.
thinking of?
Don't know, don't care.
Let's see.
But they're definitely gonna have to scale this back a little bit because I can't really imagine like I just can't wait to be king with elephants on top of giraffes and they're just dancing. It's gonna look weird. This is gonna be very weird. That's the only thing.
Oh yeah.
Cause I was looking at the trailer like, yeah, I see what y'all doing. Y'all doing the shot for shot thing, but it's like, ugh. Oh, they're also doing the Aladdin one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one, at least from the teaser trailer, that looks all right. They also got Dumbo.
Yeah. Plus Mulan, but who cares about that? But I'm not digging this Lion King.
Let's see.
Let's see.
All.
Oh, Aquaman is reviewing
Yes.
Very well.
favorably.
I'm getting to see it a tiny
Huh.
bit early.
I had the opportunity to, and I went, it's Aquaman. Plus, I got a wedding to go to, so
Yeah, it was the Amazon Prime thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I snagged some tickets for it.
And I was like, whatever.
I googled live. Okay. Sorry, everybody. This mixer is going away. This mixer.
Yeah, we're back, Mike.
You
This
with the
mixer
pie? Come on
is-
now.
Has been fucking
Get
up
outta
for the
here.
last like month. I've switched chords. I've tried everything. Yep. I'm just going to something different next week. I have other things,
Alright.
which is unfortunate because this mixer it cost money.
How old is it now, though?
It's not that old.
Mm.
Yeah, but how old?
Like a year, 2 years.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
that's-
that's not all.
Yeah,
That's bad. Still
Yeah.
warranty, possibly, or no?
maybe. Doubtful.
Look into that shit, because that's a little too
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
He's so gone already.
Yep. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop live action is happening. I'm not sure when we cut out, but to me it all depends on casting. If most of the cast is all right, then I'll be interested. But just because out of most anime, this is one of the ones that we've already seen basically a live action version of the show Firefly. So I know it can be done well, but it really just depends on who is casted as who. my one buddy has a corgi who he named Ein, and he's just
Oh,
like,
God.
I'm upset that I wasn't contacted to have my dog star in this. A lot of
Yeah,
people
I just
like
never really cared about Cowboy Bebop, so I've seen a lot of people going, yeah, a lot of people going, oh no, you're gonna ruin it. I'm like, I don't care.
well,
It's a
I feel
series.
like you, for the most part, are not interested in sci-fi. There's some stuff that I know you like, but you're not as big a fan as other people that I know.
Yeah, definitely not. I remember seeing, episodes here and there on Adult Swim and just being like, nah.
This is literally fine.
But people heralded it as the greatest of all time. Yeah, okay. Thanks.
I wouldn't say it's the greatest of all time. It's a good series.
You're a bunch of bums.
Isn't it always?
Greatest of all time, top 5, Attack on Titan, Cowboy Bebop, Death Note. Ugh. You're meaningless to me.
I love your internet voice just has is going through puberty. Attack on Titan, Cowboy Bebop.
Because for a lot of people, their top 5 is their transition into the world of anime.
What they grew
Yeah.
up with.
Yeah.
People when they get into anime, they'll just watch the popular stuff, and they'll just go, okay, this is the good stuff, and never dig deeper. So you just got your surface level Attack on Titans, Death Note, Naruto's, all that crap.
Oh,
Surface level.
Oh,
Keep
God.
that crap. Keep that crap away from me with your top 5. Ugh.
so
Instantly invalidated.
speaking of invalidated, I had a conversation with my brother about anime. I was visiting and hanging out with him. Me and a few of his friends suggested he watch My Hero Academia, and I finally got his review of it because he's finished season 2. He's dropping the series. He hates it. He thinks it's one of the worst things he's ever had to watch.
Well, trash opinion, first of all.
His
100%.
No, because he may not have watched a lot.
he watched up until the end.
No,
of the
not a
tournament.
lot of. I don't mean a lot of the series. He may not have watched a lot of series.
Oh, he's watched a lot of anime.
Oh yeah, he's just trash.
The
I
exact
tried to
thing,
save you.
my brother's exact words were, everybody kept to tell me that the tournament arc was good. He's like, after watching the Dark Tournament,
That's not fair.
telling
Not
me,
fair.
That's not fair.
but this is he holds everything up to the best he has as
He
a litmus
should.
test.
Oh, yeah, but he's never gonna enjoy anything like that.
That's the thing, is everyone he knew hyped up My Hero as one of the best series ever. So
That's
when
really
he
not.
watched it and he went into this thinking, okay, tournament arc, everyone's like, okay, this series is really cool, powers and whatnot. This tournament arc should be fun. And the letdown, because people were like, it's one of the best tournament arcs ever.
Okay, there's 7 noteworthy tournament arcs.
Word.
It's probably
That's-
the 3rd best tournament arc in history, and that's not saying anything.
Yeah. He is just like, the tournament arc was trash. It's like people kept putting it up to the Dark Tournament from Yu Yu, and it wasn't good.
It's not that.
I was like, okay, respectable opinion, but you're wrong because you're viewing it the wrong way. Then he started in on other shit. He said the characters were shit. Deku was one of the worst main protagonists ever written. Bakugo is the hands down worst rival ever written. The big favorite character of everybody, Todoroki, is blander than a sponge.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
he's right on Todoroki at least. Everyone else, he's not right on.
The-
But then
the
Deku needs time to grow because
Yeah.
unlike other series that start with their main protagonist being the main protagonist, and that's just who they are for the most part throughout the entire series. Deku started as a piece of crybaby that people probably should not like, into someone that was respectable and awesome. So he needs time to grow, and I understand if you're watching a lot of series and it's just like, this is the main character forever, because that's what a lot of main characters are. They are just that forever. It's not
Yeah.
like that for Deku though. So
He,
I
he's-
understand where he's
tr-
coming from. I just
Yeah.
don't agree with it at the moment. Bakugo, yes, this is a time where he was a complete piece of and no one should have liked him. So again, I understand
My
where he's
brother's
coming
exact words
And
were,
Todoroki
Bakugo-
is still bland.
from. And Todoroki is a piece of and he's just terrible. So yes, I understand everything your brother is saying right
my
now.
brother's exact words were, Bakugo just needs to come out as openly gay and make the series better, because that's the only reason he should have this much of a hard-on for Deku. So that
No.
made me laugh.
There are people in the world that think they are legitimately better than everybody else, and then you see somebody that's
Oh,
better
yeah.
than you that was a piece of throughout your entire
I'm
life.
just, it made me laugh because that's the prevailing thought of people who kind of enjoy but not love and don't like My Hero. It's they hate Bakugo because they see him as just this character who has a hard-on for Deku for no reason.
There's a reason. They just aren't.
Yeah,
trying
you know
to
that reason
figure it
because
out.
you continue to watch. These people
I
stop.
knew
at
that
this
reason
point.
off rip.
Yeah,
He
well,
he,
fair
he
enough.
kind of explains it. you can already see it when Deku
Oh
throws
yeah,
the
right from
ball.
the get go. Yeah,
Like-
right off the get go. I know.
And also, his introduction was like, "I'm gonna be the only person from this school to get into UA," and he's just another one.
Yep.
So instead of being special, he's not as special. So
Yep.
he's already got a chip on his shoulder because it's just like, you ruined my chances for being special.
Yeah. So it's just he ragged on the character. He also thought the powers were dumb as hell, and he thought the designs were awful.
The powers, they're fine because you know what they can do. I always love this. You know what the person can do, and they have to work within that defined space.
Very satisfying.
It's not like Dragon Ball where it's just like everyone has power.
Or
What
Fairy
is-
Tail, where there's a handful of people who can do anything and they just get beat.
That's not satisfying stuff.
Not
How is
satisfying.
that satisfying in any
Not
way?
at all satisfying.
So
Satisfaction.
His exact words were the way heroes worked in the world was dumb, and the hero outfits were dumb.
I just-
no,
I
the way
just-
the heroes work is very well done because you have you have certain heroes that are like All Might that just want to help people. You have heroes that are simply in it for themselves, their own selfish means, like Endeavor, who just wants to be the best. You have people that are doing it for basically financial gain, and you have people that are doing it basically for popularity, like Mount Lady. There are people, they are heroes for different reasons.
You have people who simply will not become number one but still want to help people, like Froppy.
Or freaking Comedy Woods or whatever that dude's name is. He's never gonna be a top 5 hero.
And wasn't one of the top 10 heroes like a chef? Yeah, this is just, there's different, it's not all just beat villains. Some people just help people.
Some people are literally rescue heroes.
Yep.
So it's fine.
I think the
It-
first pro hero that we ever see in the thing, like, literally makes caution tape. If I'm not mistaken, he's like
Yeah, so,
he cordons off the area where they're fighting.
And that is his job, and he is fine in that space. Like there's no real problem with the architecture of how the hero system works.
Because when you look at like the Justice League, they just pop up, beat a villain, and then they just leave. It's just like, yeah, that's hero stuff, but
And that's a reason the freaking Booster Gold episode of the Justice League is one of the best episodes. Because it's after everybody has just shown up and did this, and he's just street level cleanup, and that just gets roped into this whole big thing. And it's a great episode. Is that the end of it? Because
No, I'm saying
Trash
you said
thing.
the hero, the designs, the hero outfits.
Oh
and that
yeah,
were
no, they suck.
fugly.
Yep, no,
yeah, they're a bunch of kids designing their own outfits.
and then they just grow up and keep those outfits.
Bakugo's, I like his redesign though. That's a really
Oh
good
yeah,
outfit.
Bakugo's winter design is pretty fucking cool.
So that's basically what it is. No problem.
yeah. Oh, I know.
Anything
That's
else?
everything. And I
Friggin'
was sitting
the
here.
mangaka knows that Deku's just lame as crap. We haven't seen him put that hood on for 150 chapters.
Ain't wrong.
Get rid of that boy. But
Rip
you
it
know,
off.
it's gonna be a fight, and he's gonna be like, I gotta remember what All Might or channeling All Might to hype himself up,
Don't-
and he's
don't
gonna
do
throw
that.
on that stupid
That's gonna
hood.
ruin it.
Yes, it is. You can see it coming. Otherwise, he would have just got rid of the hood. There's gonna be a
Yeah.
reason for that hood. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it
like
is.
the Sogeking mask in the Perona fight. Except not as good. Holy crap, One Piece. Why are you the best?
Oh yeah, she came back for a chapter.
Oh, speaking of One Piece and unpopular opinions, the anime reviewer on YouTube, Giguk, put out a tweet not too long
Screw
ago
him.
today.
Screw him. Don't even talk about him. We're moving on. I hate him.
He said One
Alright.
Piece before time skip is better than One Piece after time skip.
He's the dude that was just like, Black Clover screaming, brr, and then like freaking a year later, like, Black Clover's actually all right. Screw him. Ugh. He put out this whole video like Black Clover is the worst thing. Look at this guy screaming. It's so generic. It's so bad. And then a year later, it's like, yeah, whatever. It's cool. I guess I was a little wrong. Get that bull crap out of here. Ugh, I hate him.
On top of that, that's not an unpopular opinion. Many people think pre-time skip One Piece was better.
And you got to give this some time.
No, yeah.
We're in the middle of this. We're talking about a completed story versus an incomplete story.
The first half of post time skip One Piece was the return to Sabaody, Fishman Island, which I still say is the worst arc of One Piece. Then we
We can
had
talk about that later.
Punk Hazard, and then it was Dressrosa, which is the longest arc in One Piece. Then Zoe, and then we had Whole Cake Island, which is a top 3 arc of One Piece.
My favorite arc.
And then we're in
Love Big Mom.
it's getting fantastic again. It was always good, really good, and now it's getting fantastic again. And this current arc, Wano, is ridiculous. Luffy's look as he's going to prison, ridiculous. Basically, the Shichibukai is gonna get disbanded. Ridiculous. There's so much going on. What happened with the Blackbeard pirates? I want to know all that. And it's just like, here's this one interesting thing here, but this is not the interest we're focusing on. You're going to this other interesting thing. But I wanted that interesting thing. But I kind of want this one too.
This is a live-in world with stuff going on. Blackbeard's just like, yeah, the revolutionaries are fighting the admirals, but who cares about that? Yeah.
Come join my crew as he wears Aokiji sunglasses. What happened? What's going on? And Absalom is just dead, and there's people with all these powers just culminating. What is going on?
Yeah, the world has been doing a lot of changing in the background.
The
I'm looking
One
forward
Piece
to this
is
so much.
unmatched.
It's unbelievably good.
Like, I know we've seen that picture of that desk that just has mountains and mountains and mountains of references and resources for him.
He understands.
He needs to have, I feel like he just has a room like the size of my house that just has red tape just all across of all the connecting factors, and just week by week he's like, this one moves here.
I will never forget when they were touring his office. He was like, here is my Whole Cake Island book. Here is my Big Mom book. And this man has a book on Big Mom. And we were like,
character.
I think it was the beginning of Dressrosa that he showed that off. I'm like, this mother.
He's already said Wano is gonna make this the Summit War look like a joke.
Ooh.
So we're already revving up to the biggest war in the history of One Piece. We already have Big Mom heading there. Confirmed. That Big Mom is heading there. We already have 5 of the supernovas there.
We got Kaido and all of his calamities.
And the fact that Luffy just got fucking dumpster.
By a drunk Kaido. He didn't even give a
how is Luffy gonna fight these people? That's
He's
what
not
I can't.
alone. That's why all the other supernovas are there. It's about to get ridiculous.
It's gonna be insane.
I also like how most of the Straw Hats have had a air quotes rescue arc in some capacity, in a way. Whether Nami, the Fishman arc, or the Arlong arc, Usopp's intro arc, Enies Lobby for Robin,
Zoro.
What was Zoro? Oh, wait, what was Zoro's?
He was about to be executed.
Yes. Oh yeah, when he got introduced.
Sanji.
Sanji just recently.
Robin. The only one kind of
Chopper and Frank kind of. Chopper not so much, Frankie not so much, and Brook not so much. Unless you count him being unless you count him being Big Mom's little chew toy for a little bit.
No, I think Thriller Bark counts
Baron
as...
Bones.
Oh, yeah,
I thought you were dead.
He was basically going to die for realsies.
Time ago.
Yeah. The New World, it seems to be a focus on giving Straw Hats like really, really big moments.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji had a couple really good moments. Brooke, my goodness.
I hate Japan.
I think, yeah. I think Usopp's had one of his best moments where he ran away from the little gnomes and then came back.
Mm-hmm.
He had two great moments in that arc. That was that one and him saving Luffy.
Yeah. I think that everybody's going to get a really, really huge moment before
Nami's is coming up.
Oh yeah, she's got Zeus.
Nami's is coming up this arc.
But yeah, I like how most of the Straw Hats have had a rescue arc, and now it's the Luffy rescue arc, in essence.
The Straw Hats do things. And Ojiro still hasn't done in My Hero. Ojiko is the main heroine. She has done nothing.
Oh man, they released the top 30 My Hero.
Oh,
no.
Number 26 was my man Mirio.
Oh.
26.
I still haven't. He's not on the list, is he? He's not in the top 30, is he? Gentle.
Who?
Gentle.
Gentle? No, of course not.
Why would he be?
Himiko is 31. It is a butt list. Japan just needs to get sunk and try again.
Except Oda.
Besides Oda's house.
Except for Oda.
One more nuke should fix it.
Oda and everyone that Oda likes. Because we don't want him to start getting sad and his quality drops. So everyone with a passing familiarity with Oda.
Which means My Hero would still be saved, so that makes me happy.
I think My Hero is gonna take a dip soon.
You think so?
Yeah, it's already not wearing thin, but I think it's already had a not good arc, like 2 not good arcs.
I really like the team up battles.
They're fine.
Yeah.
I really like them.
My Hero-
I really like strategy crap like that.
Yeah, My Hero has a lot of fine arcs, and like 1, maybe 2 good ones, and I really don't like the Mafia arc. I just really don't like it. Maybe I'll reread it, and if I'm not reading it weekly, I'll like it. But I really just don't like that arc.
See,
I think-
that arc has the Mirio and Sun Eater moments, though.
Yes, it has some fantastic moments, and some fantastic moments does not make an arc though, because the Boo arc has some fantastic moments. The Boo arc technically has Saiyaman, and it's literally some of the best Dragon Ball Z stuff I've ever seen. Videl was best girl instead of just girl.
Yes. There's truth there. They ruined
Yeah, so-
her.
A bunch of
Oh,
good
yeah.
stuff within an arc doesn't make it a good arc.
Okay.
There's stuff in Fishman Island I like. It's still the worst One Piece arc to me. There's stuff in. No, there's not. There's nothing I don't like about the Dark Tournament. Chapter Black. There's stuff I don't like about Chapter Black. It's still a pretty good arc.
I like how you really you dug for a good second of what's bad about it, and you're like, no,
No,
there's nothing.
pacing. No, the fights are all fantastic because there are just some straight drag out fight. There's some quick and done fight. There's some we're gonna think about this fight. There's emotional fight. There's revelations, deaths. It is literally the best tournament arc in history, and I don't think it will ever be beat.
It can't be.
I don't see how you can beat the Dark Tournament. Maybe something in Hunter x Hunter will, because everyone says so.
No.
Nope. Hunter x Hunter's dead.
What I wanted to get to when DA and I were arguing about JoJo's before the podcast,
Oh.
I don't even remember what we were arguing about though.
You said that my man, you said that Dio was kind of eh.
Oh yeah, he's an ad villain so far.
Where are you at?
Where you at?
I'm in part 1. They just beat the first of the 2 legendary knights.
Okay. Well, I'm still not the biggest fan of part 1. They recreated it pretty well, but he wasn't that great at doing action. So it is very bum rush through part 1. Part 2 is amazing.
I don't mind the action aspect of it. It's just Dio, he becomes a villain for basically nothing.
No. They showed this. I don't know how much they showed in the manga, but they showed that he grew up as a very poor person.
Yeah, they showed that.
He had to scratch and claw for what he had, even though he had his father who he hated and his mom who he liked, but she died. So it's just like, I can't even have any nice things in my life. And then you just get this privileged, goody nice dude who didn't have to work for anything. Whereas Dio, he said, I had to box in the streets and cheat and all that. So it's just like, well, if I kill you, I get what you got.
Okay, but at the same time, Jonathan did nothing to him, and Jonathan worked for his too.
You've never seen anybody that you just look at and just go, I hate them. Really?
I've never.
Oh, boy, you're a better person than me.
I've never just looked at somebody
Oh,
like,
man.
wow, I am
There are
not
people
feeling
where I'm
that
just
guy.
like, hey, don't talk to me.
Oh yeah, okay, but that's after I meet them. Like they're always in my face. Get the away.
Yeah,
I'm not a people person. I don't like people.
So that wasn't, he showed up, did his little hop off the carriage, and then Jonathan was like, hey, how you doing, my boy? He's like, ugh.
No, it wasn't even like that. It was like, who are you? Oh, you must be the son. Nice to meet you. I'm Jonathan. Spitting eye, stomp feet, kick dog. Like, off ripping, just like you and everything you claim. And Jonathan ain't dish to him. I can understand if he was trying to poison the father and, be part of Jonathan. No, he's just trying to be like, oh no, everything this guy is doing.
Dio's just a piece of crap.
Okay, you can be a piece of crap.
You just spit clean on me. I don't know what happened there.
Doflamingo is a piece of crap.
Beachy's becoming Dio. Watch your feet! GB, run!
Wow.
Dofi is a piece of crap. But he ain't going around just like, I'm gonna kick in all these dogs around here. He's trying to control people. His motivation is understandable. He wants a kingdom. Dio is just like, I am getting adopted into this life, and I'm just gonna everything. And then after his plan fails, he's just like, well, I'm just gonna kill y'all.
Less heirs to worry about. You kill the father slowly, and then it's just like, well, this punk, I can take care of him easily. He's even though he's 6'8",
9,047 pounds of muscle, and muscle mass bigger than 3 arms. What is you, bruh? His anatomy, Jesus.
Yeah, you just gotta take care of 2 people, and then you there, and then it's just like, okay, here's a quick step to power, and he took it.
But he didn't need to take care of one of the people.
Which one?
In fact, he didn't really need to take care of either of the people.
But he wanted to.
And then the thing, I'm gonna buy my time for 7 years.
Time skip. What was that, like chapter 3?
It went from him kissing the girl to just like, I hate everything Dio stands for, to them playing rugby together. This dynamic duo is the greatest. Yeah, Dio's such a nice guy, but I can't like him. I don't know why.
I hate him. What do you think of your brother Jonathan? He's so great. He's such a gentleman. I hate this bastard.
He is a villain for the sake of needing a villain, and I don't like.
But I think that there's enough there to show that his lust for power, his
lust for power. I get that part.
And that's all it is: money, power, vampire power. And he's just like, I'll take you guys out, the only people that can kill me, and then there's no problem.
But in that same time, he had all those rich friends that used to be Jonathan's friends. He could have made all the connections in the world.
I don't necessarily think they were rich. I don't think they showed that or said that. And they weren't friends? Jonathan had no friends. He was eating grapes with his dog. What
think-
would kill a dog?
No,
Yeah, no, it's poisonous for dogs.
no,
Yeah, it is.
no.
It's factual. It's a literal fact. It's poisonous for dogs. Or whatever.
I don't think that's.
Yeah, he had no friends.
Hubie loves the purple stuff.
Good.
Oh no.
Just old age. Wrap it up.
Wow.
Get the alley prepared.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh.
Well then.
Y'all don't dig the hood burials?
55 dog murder facts.
There you got one big. You got a couple big moments with Dio. I think you're gonna turn around on him.
Okay.
There's some good stuff there.
We'll see. It
But,
ain't so
um,
far. It's alright. It's literally alright.
Do you see yourself continuing?
After part 1?
Get through part 2.
Because I don't get JoJo's. Okay, see, this is the thing. Whenever I tell somebody to read One Piece, I tell them, get to the end of Arlong Park, and if you don't like it, fine. Y'all telling me I gotta read all of part 1, because I need to read part 1 to read part 2, apparently, because it's required reading. And then I gotta get through all of part 2.
At least it went quick for me with the anime.
Dude,
I'm reading it.
I'm like
That should be even
middle
quicker.
Part 3 is when it gets amazing. But I just asked you, are you gonna continue it? There's some stuff for everybody. Chris loves part 2. I'm kind of I'm all right with part 2.
I love part 2.
Part 1 is a slog.
Tarkus and Bruford aren't great, but there's some really good stuff there. I think that it's worth it to continue, especially after you read what's gonna happen. I think that I like I said, part 1 has always been one of my favorites. Second favorite of all part 8, the 8 parts. I love it. But that's just my biasness.
Jonathan's fine.
Yeah.
He's not good, but he's definitely fine.
Yeah, he's a big lame-o. Good moments later. Just come on, it's like freaking what, 20 chapters? You can read that tonight. Kill that noise.
Not really.
All right, I only have a few more little news tidbits, and then we can wrap up. Microsoft, they've been acquiring studios left and right. Obsidian. There's one. I mean, they acquired like almost 10, but Obsidian's like the big one that comes to my head. I guess they're just telling them to make their wildest dreams. So there's just like, here's money, go do things. So I don't think that we're gonna see anything with the Xbox One, but whatever its successor is, I think we might actually see exclusives for Microsoft, which would be weird.
Yay,
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
They need it to save them from the nightmare of Sony right now.
Yeah. Smash is already leaked,
Yeah.
and there are some dumb YouTubers out there.
Why? What are you
Oh,
doing?
yeah.
What are you doing?
There was Crunchy with 2 eyes, and then Distify or Pfizer. They just tried to bum rush the soundtrack onto their YouTubes because they had to be hashtag first, and basically all the songs got copyright claimed, so they received like hundreds of strikes, and their accounts just got uber banned.
Oh yeah, instant nuke.
So, like, even the one guy is just like, I knew the risks when uploading. So, you see, like, this seems to be an important thing to you, like the fact that you wanted to be first. So I'm guessing there was like a competition, revenue, something there was important, and you nuked your account. I don't get that personally.
Why wouldn't they just save up a bunch of footage until the exact day that it releases and then just flood it all out at that moment? I
Because
understand.
first, get it out before release, and you have more attention on you for release. It's dumb.
But that's just labeling you as a piece of crap and a potential thief.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't think that shit through. They just see this is a way to get attention, and they don't think anywhere else but that.
There was some dude that had, I think it was Call of Duty Black Ops early, and he was all over social medias, like, yeah, I got it. He wasn't really posting any footage or anything. He was like, I got it. It's great. There's zombies. They called the people on them.
Oh,
Activision called the people, and it was like, yeah, we're gonna need that game back, and you can't say nothing else about it. They don't play.
Yeah. What was it? The Nintendo just won that lawsuit against those ROM sites.
Yeah,
They
that
don't-
ain't happening.
They don't
They
play
ain't getting
around.
that money.
no,
Not
man,
anymore.
That show ain't happening because I'm sitting here playing Donkey Kong 64 on the RAM that I downloaded today.
Wow.
Oh, there are other people that have it for sure. But the
It
two,
runs great, and that game sucks, but I love it.
I'm of the same boat. Favorite Kong.
Diddy, love me some Diddy. Diddy's
I
awesome.
love Chunky. I love that he's just a big doofus.
Yeah.
When you go and pick him,
Yeah.
and then the
The
other.
road to 200 starts today, boys. The road to 200.
Can you get it done before Tuesday?
Nope. Not even gonna try it.
So the road's not gonna end for like 2 years.
It might.
Cause then after you need all your King Crazies and Persona,
Mhm.
by the time you do even half of them, Kingdom Hearts 3 is gonna be
No,
out.
here's the diggy right now.
Mm.
I was just playing Kingdom Hearts. Oh, I wish. I was just playing Persona 4, dancing all night. Great title. I was sitting there playing for like 2.5 hours. I'm like, ooh, my eyes are starting to hurt. So I'm like, okay, I'm not as young as I used to be. My eyes ain't so great no more. So I'm gonna have to take frequent
Coming
breaks.
from you.
Yeah, everybody making jokes. I get it. Holy crap. Oh, DA can't see illusions. Ugh.
You're the one who brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You try to be all
Y'all
inclusive. You
fools
went.
gonna get stuck in the infinite Tsukuyomi. I'm gonna be getting beheaded by Madara. Oh, whatever. This is no issue.
Okay. Okay.
Just the one. You're the one person for some reason in Naruto who just has a sight impediment, and you're just the ultimate weapon against the Uchiha.
You're just putting me on shields.
How? How is he doing this? Who the you? I can't see you. Oh boy. And the only other thing I have, which is somber news, the creator of SpongeBob, Stephen Hillenburg, died recently. He created SpongeBob, he worked on Ren and Stimpy and a lot of amazing cartoons of our youth. So, rest in peace. Condolences to his family.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Yeah. I'm trying. So, SpongeBob came out like late 90s, correct?
99.
99?
Yeah.
Taking over for the 99 and 2000.
Because I remember seeing the first episode just because that song. Living in the sunrise, I've been having a wonderful time. Like, just
Yeah.
that. The first thing that I think of SpongeBob is that song.
Oh, you finally got what I was doing.
No, you just did your little reference that nobody got. You just wait. You just bobbing your head to yourself like, yeah, nobody got it, but I did.
Yeah, because it's also in my head playing, so I'm bobbing to it.
Oh, the song?
Yeah. not the song you were saying.
Oh.
When he said SpongeBob came in 99, I said taking over for the 99 and 2000, which is the intro to Back That Thing Up.
Oh.
And I started just bobbing my head to it.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's all I have, so I think we can wrap this up.
Yep, we're good.
Also, Nintendo's ending the Nintendo Creators Program. DA, what's the facts?
Oh, really?
100.
Yep.
Was it not profitable or? or they just-
I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see
Nah,
later.
screw
that.
We'll talk next week about
100
it.
regular facts. 100 regular facts. Regular old normal.
Ralph, you've been
regular
gone for a while.
everyday,
Pick one.
Normal.
100
What's the
facts.
cumulative time your buses were delayed? 48 minutes.
No. Much longer than that. It's not going to be from 1 to 100 then. Just go 72.
7 and a 2.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
That one sucks. Right, yeah.
46. Wow.
You can do it as 46.
46.
Wow.
Okay,
Russell
that
there.
works. Henry II was murdered by his homosexual lover who pushed a red-hot poker 1.5 meters up his rectum.
Ah.
That's how he died?
1.5 meters.
Ooh.
How much is that? Oh, no, it's 0.5.
My butt
meters.
clenched.
1.5
Ugh.
meters.
So half a meter. How many feet in a meter? And then just do half of
Oh,
it.
that probably pierced through his intestines then.
That's over 1.5 feet.
Yeah, that pierced his
Yeah,
intestines.
yeah, that's why he died.
Yeah, that's,
His insides
that's
were just
18 inches. Typical black man.
average.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this
Pathetic.
episode. Thank you for tuning into this episode
Wow.
of the podcast of stuff.
Okay.
I am going to go watch some good old wholesome Christian television.
Yeah, save your soul, because we through.
See you guys
Bruh,
later.
if God does not have a sense of humor, it's over for me.
You're gonna get up to them pearly gates and be like,
Sir,
ha
what was all this?
Jesus just comes out. Look, man. I just wanted to pull the lever myself. I respect that, Jesus.
Okay.
What did you go to hell for? Jokes. Hitler made it.
Jesus himself sent me here.
Some devastating jokes.
Devastating.
Cataclysmic. Oh, thank you, everybody. We will see you next week.
Later, guys.